match to a lower division match to kind of see the differences. But I mean, Skyline, we haven't seen this map yet tonight. Very excited. Cleveland versus OGT. And let's get right on into it. Skyline Hardpoint, map 1.
You got Taylor Mick, man, jobbing starting off with the opening 2 kills, and oh guys, Texas collecting in that opening hardpoint time. Player 3 and player 4 making their way to the back to get control of these spawns to get that spawn split. P2, you know, like we've been seeing for the hardpoints, is one of the most important hardpoints. So if you get control of those P2 spawns, you probably control, you know, the opening part of the game. But Cleveland Misfires starting to fire back as they get control of this hardpoint time. Oh guys, Texas trying to push it.
OGT trying to push in, and they will be successful in doing so, but Cleveland holding down P2 so far. OGT, you see them trying to cross the halfway point on the map, maybe trying to get to P2. Cleveland is still kind of contesting it, and it will be good for getting some OGT members off the point, and you rush back to P2. That's a pretty good win for Cleveland there in the final seconds of that point. OGT now have to figure out, how are we going to breach into P2? You see them maybe going through kitchen, maybe going through that top kind of catwalk area. You see them trying to attack their spawns, but you got Blakey sitting at this top stairs position, has Overwatch. OGT doing a good job of fighting back, but Cleveland just needs to keep it mixy while they collect all that time on the point. The walls are closing in though. OGT able to kind of push them out a little bit. Cleveland takes it right back, and I mean, this map has been incredibly mixy so far. Score is basically even, but Cleveland, it appears they will come out on top for this P2.
I mean, silence, man. He's not silent in this map as he's on a 10 right now. He finally gets taken down as I start giving him a little praise. 3 kills going in favor of OGT. They will be on they will collect the rest of the scrap time, but Cleveland Misfires, like, you can get that. We got a 47-40 lead. We will go ahead and get the new hill. We got to watch out for player 2 who's making his way through the back, trying to get control of those back spawns. But this new hill pops off. Cleveland Misfires will have control. 3 kills light up in the kill feed for Cleveland Misfires, and they take the open in 10 seconds. OGT spawning on that helipad side, trying to push this in from this front. I think this may be the front of the hill, but it does not matter. 2 kills light up for OGT. They're looking for the 3rd kill. That is Jobbin. Jobbin does a great job of getting in. They got to find player 5. Cannot. Exotic controls his hill. 46-73, that's the scoreline. Cleveland Misfires in control of this hardpoint.
Yeah, it seems like Cleveland is just kind of edging out OGT in the live count here, and that has been very good for them, as once they get to 3 down, they really are able to cement control on whatever point that they happen to be on at the time. But still pretty even so far. OGT can walk it right back here with a solid P4 performance. But I mean, that kill onto Mix from Blakey is really important. I mean, you kill that back spawn area, and the rest of the team just seemingly follows. OGT pushed completely out of the point. Cleveland doing such a great job at just breaking it to the point, holding it, and just keeping it absolutely mixy. This is your recipes for success if you are Cleveland, and OGT not able to overcome it so far. Got that pistol kill with Bunks, but, you know, finally maybe able to get a solid hold on P4, but Cleveland, they have momentum right now.
Yeah, they have momentum, but they do not have the spawns, and that could work out for OGTs. They know that Cleveland Misfires are going to try to push from the back, but Silence, man, he is just being that main slayer for his team as he's 18-6, just doing what his team needs to clear out any of those OGT players in or around the hill. And it just makes it tough for OGT to even get close to that hill. As we start a new set of rotations, 117-66 will be the score line. It looks like OGT should start off with this opening time.
Yeah, I mean, Silence and Blakey are combining for 30 and I think 17, which is just an insane scoreline. I mean, when you're on the other side of power like that, it's going to be incredibly difficult to just stay in one location, as you need to do in Hardpoint. But Cleveland, foot on the pedal so far in this map. OGT going to have to make them pump the brakes a little bit if they have any chance of winning. You see them kind of getting this kind of back and forth going on now. OGT may be a little bit more warmed up than they were before. Cleveland going 3 down. That's great for getting spawns for P2. Looks like they're going to be able to do it. And if you're OGT, this is how you get back into the game. You chain these points together, and you can hopefully eliminate the lead that Cleveland has so far. OGT looking a little bit more warmed up than they have in the past, but you know, Cleveland barrels right on into P2. You got Jobin trying to hold it down. Now OGT on the back foot again. I think this break is really going to define. I think this is an important break if you're OGT. I think it's really going to define how the rest of this map goes.
You got St. Nicholas in on the hip on the time now, trying to just hold it down for his teammates to get there, but it does not matter because once he gets him a nice two-piece nade through the vent by Miz, helps his team break in. The spawns now have favored OGT, so they don't got to worry about immediate pressure from the Cleveland Misfires, but Cleveland are just taking their time going through the long route, trying to find one. They find two, but St. Nicholas is there for the trade. OGT on the time. Looks like they're trying to get the rest of this scrap time, but Silence may have something to say about the scrap time, may go in the favor of Cleveland Misfires. This rotation is on player 7. He's on the hill. Player 3 takes him down. So this next hill is going to be a big battle, but player 8 takes him down. So the battle for this next hill goes down between Exotic and Jobin, and Exotic wins that. Cleveland Misfires will start off fresh off this hill with a 150 to 112 lead, just keeping that lead from OGT as this game continues to progress.
Yeah, this game indeed continues to progress. Still a little bit of a lead for Cleveland here, but OGT, again, they're just one solid hold away from taking the lead. But, you know, you are running out of time. Cleveland doing so great at just picking spots and holding down a point. OGT starting to shoot back a little bit, but, you know, it's just not enough. It's just one trade that doesn't go your way, and OGT is 4 down, and Cleveland still has a man on the point. OGT trying time and time again to break into the point. Cleveland, they just know how to play as a team. They know how to hold down their sight lines, and now you blink and this lead is now 60 for Cleveland. Just 2 solid holds away from winning this map. OGT, they got to kick it into gear right now. And, you know, this is the point that they have to do it at.
Yeah, I mean, but it's tough, man. When you got Bucks and Silence, you know, just being the top two slayers for their team, just telling Blakey and Exotic, just go ahead and get on the point. We're gonna clear it for you. Every time they, you know, Bunks or Silence is in a gun battle, they're taking at least 2 of old guy Texas with them. But this P4 is looking good right now for the side of OGT as they're holding a majority of the time. There's 30 seconds left. Taylor Mick gets in there. Miz finds him too. So this is looking good right now for OGT. Getting ready to start this next set of rotations within 20 seconds. You think Cleveland Misfires will start to think about P1 or keep putting this pressure on to this P4, and it's like they're probably just trying to keep it chopped at the back by putting this pressure on to this P4, but it does not help as a 2v2 trade.
2v2 trade, that was a solid hold of OGT, but you gotta keep doing that again. It is no longer good enough to just play above average. You have to play great if you want to win this map. Jobin coming up from behind, attacking this hot tub area, gets almost a 3-piece, but gets cut down by Blakey. St. Nicholas getting a kill near that hot tub area, call it holy water, getting onto the point, and this is what you need to do if you're OGT. You are 50 points away from losing this map. But again, if you completely shut out Cleveland, you have a chance here. You're going to have to keep eyes on that point, though. 3 down in the kill feed for Cleveland. That final member causing a nuisance, being a nuisance, causing a problem. Again, Cleveland's not going to win it here. You got to think about P2. OGT, again, you need to play great COD in order to pull this one out.
Yeah, I mean, this is do or die right here for OGT as they're trying to get this P2, but the spawns are favoring the Cleveland Misfires. There's 162-18. The win can be won here. Cleveland Misfires have a good hold, but Taylor Mick has something to say about that as he picks up 1 in the kill feed, but you got to watch out for Silence right off spawn. The spawns are close for Cleveland Misfires, so once they just drop, they can just instantly get right back on this hill. 25 seconds is all is needed for Cleveland Misfires to win this game. No team is on the hill as we have neutral time, but now all 3 of Cleveland Misfires are on this hill trying to call GG's here on this P2.
Yeah, spawning out on such a crucial point might just be kind of game over for the map here. OGT still playing until the buzzer, but Cleveland is just absolutely shooting. Silence is on a 10 kill streak before he gets cut down. An absolute merciless player on the map there. Again, 6 seconds away, 5 seconds away. You just got to hold this down. You got one OGT player. You got two OGT players. They're spawning there, but they're not going to be there for P3. Cleveland is already Johnny on the spot. Just 3 seconds left to end this map. OGT manages to get in, but 2 seconds left. OGT needs a miracle. Contesting this 249, not going to happen. Cleveland, an absolute domination in the hardpoint, especially in the kill feed. You have, I think, Bunks and Silence combining for like 75 and 45. Just an absolute crazy stat. Just 75 kill share between two players. Just insane performance in the kill feed. OGT did what they could, but man, Cleveland was warmed up coming into this map.
Yes, I mean, Silence, man, he went on 10 spree 2 times in that map. I got my name written all over it. Top Life Goon Special.
It's on the list.
With that one, you know, yeah, right there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off this dealership, old guy Texas, Cleveland, the Misfires. Cleveland Misfires are up in this series 1-0. Silence is picking up where he left off with the first blood. Exotic gets the second, and Silence fires another one, and there goes the map before we can get the intro.
God damn it. They always gotta tease us like this. Yeah, I mean, just really crazy. Really crazy fast. I honestly don't even know what happened. I was looking at my phone, not gonna lie. What is it? Just like a stray 4 down on the side of Cleveland?
I mean, Silence got him a big 2-piece. Exotic followed it up with 3, and then, you know, you saw that last play by Blakey on the bomb site. Left single down. But here we go again. Let's try this round 2. Let's try to get it in. You see the push through mid by Cleveland Misfires. Taylor Mick trying to get a kill, but Exotic finds him a big 2-piece on to Taylor Mick and to St. Nicholas. Cleveland Misfires with the 2-man advantage, pushing towards the back because they know that's where the rest of these players are. Jobin finds one before he gets, he's still alive. Miz, he gets taken out by Blakey. Jobin the last man alive. Looks like this bomb may make its way towards this A site. We may see it plant, but Exotic, he's going for the hunt. He sees him. He takes him down. Cleveland Misfires up 2-0.
2-0. I did see that round. I saw that one. I mean, it's incredible the speed Cleveland is playing right now. I mean, like, just right out the gate in this round, they get 2 kills, and it looked like it might just be over there. Does take some time, but they're able to get the bomb down and eventually run the route to come behind OGT. But man, I mean, Cleveland, they have the pace right now. I mean, when you have a map one or a round 1 that's so quick that I look up at the screen and think it ended due to host error, I mean, Cleveland, they're just like putting a lot of pressure on OGT, and it's up to OGT to find a response.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man, because the Gunny is just so fired up from the Cleveland Misfires. But we'll start off here. They do get the first blood onto Exotic, so that gives them the man advantage. Now they got to slowly try to work this bomb. Look like they're going towards the P side. The only player that can space border is Silence, and he takes down St. Nicholas. You see player 3 Jobbing trying to chase him down, but Silence, he is out of there, and the bomb is now down by that B side. Shots are fired on Silence, but man, he must have double time on his shoes because he is out of there. Nobody can take him down, but Miz does find Blakey to give guys Texas that 3-2 bomb picked up. Now going down on this B site. They still got to watch out for Silence, who's being the ultimate slayer in this lobby. And he's 4-1 right now, making a 2v2. Bucks find the other 2, Taylor, Mick, and Jobbin, as they're in a line. Here goes the defuse. Cleveland up 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like that one might go OGT's way. I was preparing my speech about how much OGT benefited from slowing the map down, which is true. They did. They were in the best position they've been in all map, but I mean, Cleveland again, just able to pull it through. I mean, Cleveland, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, nobody on their team is negative. Of the ones that are positive, you at least have a 2.0 KD. I said early on that playing power won't win S&D, but Cleveland is dead set on proving me wrong here.
There goes a Kobe though from St. Nicholas to take down one of the top slayers from the Cleveland Misfires. So this could give OGT. They got another man advantage. They know this play's probably going towards his A side, but OGT doing a great job of just taking their time, playing the middle of the map, not really moving too much, not trying to give up their positions. Player 4 Miz is shooting some shots down range because he does see some players at this A site. So this bomb is slowly making its way towards A. It probably should go down shortly.
Should go down shortly indeed, but OGT looking at all the places they need to. Up
Ooh.
4-1. Exotic's doing whatever he can, but you know, you're against a 3v1. Not really gonna happen. OGT get a foot into this map. 1 in the round count against the Cleveland 3. If you could chain a few rounds together, that's gonna help your morale a lot. But I mean, Cleveland, again, if they are able to put the pressure at the pace that they've been able to do, this might be tough for OGT.
Yeah, man, but just saying they're doing a great job now, of just slowing it down. You know, when Slayers are running at you, you just hold a heady, make them run around the heady, and you just take them out. And that seems like that's been the strategy right now for OGT. But now they're on this offensive side. Offense has been very tough to take. They're making this push through mid. Here comes the tacticals from Cleveland for the response. But Taylor Megan's being aggressive. He finds one, looking for the second, but he cannot find him. St. Nicholas trying to look for that trade, but he cannot get it. Now we're still a 4v3 man advantage up by OGT. They're starting to slow this down, trying to figure out these Cleveland Misfires as this bomb should be going down this B site.
It should be going down. OGT 4 in the live count against the 3 for Cleveland. They just need to play numbers here. Blakey boost gets cut down in that alleyway. See number 7 try to go through mid map, gets jobbing. But OGT still has the advantage here. They have the control. Bunks catches Taylor.
Oh.
But St. Nicholas runs around and gets exotics, and Bunks all on their own, 2v1. Gonna have to get this defused, but the time is ticking down. St. Nicholas gets caught, and now, all of a sudden, Bunks may be able to do it. If you're Taylor, you need to just keep eyes on the bomb. You need to burn 3 seconds, but the Ninja Defuse is coming in. If Taylor doesn't check it, that bomb's getting defused, but thankfully, Taylor knows the 7.5 second defuse, knows exactly when to check it, and pulls out the round for OGT 2 in a row. OGT is back in this map and back in the series.
Yes, they are. And I know that the chat's probably saying Bucks probably should have tried to push him, you know, try to get that kill. And then the defuse, I mean, may not have been enough time, but he already had him weak with the one shot. He just needed one more shot on him. I don't know. It's probably a hindsight because I can see that, I'm probably thinking hindsight, but me personally, I probably would have diffused just like he did. So great play nonetheless by Bunks. Great job by OGT to make this 2-3. Push through mid from Cleveland Misfires. As we see, mid has been in control, but his bomb is making his way over to this B side, but OGT is holding control of mid.
Yeah. OGT holding control in mid here. Looks like Cleveland might be able to go to this B, get it down. Now OGT on the retake. Vor versus Vor retakes. They can be tough. Just because the defensive team now has every position, but OGT able to get it down to 4v2 silence, responds back. Would have called the mix. Now it's a 2v2. Evenly matched. Bunks goes down. OGT, St. Nicholas goes down. We are destined for these 1v1 silence versus Taylor. Taylor gets the kill in time for a defuse. OGT ties it up and is in the S&D and looking much better these last few rounds.
Yeah, let's talk about Taylor Mako on that 6 streak, man. Somebody on OGT had to match the Gunny of silence. And Taylor Mako is saying, hey guys, I'm gonna step up for you guys right now as I'm on this 6 streak. And his team is back in the Search and Destroy 3-3.
3-3, definitely what you want to see if you're OGT. That's alliteration, fellas. I'm just so wicked smart top life. What can I say? Anyway, OGT on offense now. If they could get another win, it's going to be so big for them. Attacking the center of the map, trying to get a pick, then deciding where to go. But Taylor MC goes down, Mix goes down, and OGT not looking too great right now.
Yeah, man, big 2 down by Cleveland Misfires. Now they got the man advantage. We got St. Nicholas and Jobin trying to figure it out, but Exotic takes down St. Nicholas. Jobin last man alive in a 1v4. He gets taken down. Cleveland Misfires, come out and say, hey man, the series may be tied. We got to put our foot back down on the gas and just start pushing these and just overwhelming. I can't even talk. Overwhelming OGT.
Yeah, overwhelming OGT. That's pretty much when they're at their best, honestly. When they're just able to just apply that pressure that just seems like it never stops. OGT can panic, as I think any team would do when you're faced against a team that's playing that quickly. Um, yeah, I mean, Cleveland doing it well so far. Now on offense, can they push it to a 3-5 in the round count in their favor?
And we see the little car by Taylor Mick. Trying to get a little mixy with the car, trying to clear a job site, but Jobin runs the first, but St. Nicholas makes the wrong turn and he gets taken out by Blakey. It's a 3v3 still, car still in play. Exotic does a fine miss to make this a 2v3 advantage for the Cleveland Misfires. Bomb like it may be going down on his B side. Silence finds Taylor Mick, and now it's a 1v3 with Jobin last one alive. Ooh, nice shots there.
Nice shots there from Jobin. Just that Cleveland Misfire member shooting through the vents. Final member of OGT goes down as a 3-5 in round count again. We did see a little bit of Toy Story being played with the RCXD. I think it was from OGT, right?
Yeah.
But didn't manage to make anything of it. I feel I've seen them talk about this on the CDL cast quite a bit. I feel like RCXDs kind of hurt more than they help. I feel like it really just does take a player on your team out of the game, and sometimes it really doesn't even lead to that much info. But 3-5 in the round count, OGT need to make something happen here.
Yeah, I mean, just to double back on that RCXD comment. I mean, if you're scrapped, it worked out perfectly for you that one time, but it doesn't really work out. How we see another one.
Toy Story 2.
Yeah, here we go. We see another one, but his bomb did go down on the A site for OGT, so that works out for them. They got 45 seconds down for the respawn, but here comes the RCXD through the back.
Didn't even get a kill.
Get a kill with it.
It was right next to him.
That is insane. He must have like tactical armor, but it doesn't matter. Silence is there for the kills. There is the retake for Cleveland Misfires as they retake the bomb. There goes the fuse. There goes the series. I mean, there goes the map. Cleveland Misfires win 6-3.
Yeah. Cleveland Misfires playing when they look good. When this team looks good, they just look unstoppable, When OGT can penetrate their armor a little bit, they can pull it back a little bit and they can contest with it. So it's very hard to take a team like that up face to face. It's all about how are you going to get guys around, come from behind, and really cut down their defenses.
Yeah, and we are here now in the control. Old guys, Texas, Cleveland Misfires up 2-0 in this series. Looking to close it out here in this hot seat in the control. Silence does start off with the first, but St. Nicholas does trade that out. There is another kills that go back and forth that allows OGT to get one player on the hill to start progressing these segments at this A site. Now they have almost a stack word to gems on this A site, and that progression is starting to progress pretty fast.
Yeah, OGT having a great start to his offense so far. 2 ticks, I think, are in the hole. Oh, they're not able to get that. Silence doing silence things, putting an end to that stack. Now OGT have to fight it out of their spawn, but Silence is being the doorman in the lobby. Eventually does go down in that P2 area. OGT, they need to get some solid map control, get on that 8 point, hopefully finish it. But Cleveland, they're going to be there to meet them.
I mean, the lives are pretty much even, so I mean, when you go to lives, you could just probably risk a couple of lives of your ODT to try to get these guys out of your spawn and to try to push up map position. But right now, it's looking difficult as we're getting down to this 30-second mark. So ODT is going to have to commit to the site, and look like you got player 4 trying to go towards this B site while the rest of the team is making its way towards A. Player 4 has snuck through, but Here comes Silence. Oh, to get taken down, but Taylor Mick says, "I'm gonna put an end to you, Silence." As he takes him down, he's getting one. He's trying to get that second segment progression. Mish trying to help him out. Ooh, big gun battle that Mish did not win, but it allowed that pressure to get pulled off of that B side in that segment. Did not get ticked for OGT.
Yeah, and if you're OGT, it's like you're in kind of a bad situation here. You only have 1 tick in the round, about to be 2 ticks, thank God. If you could get to the 3 ticks, you might be okay losing the offense. But OGT still fighting for this. Cleveland goes down, and OGT may be able to make a full play for this B zone here. If they get exotics here, just trying to be a little bit of a problem onto the B point, but Mink's looking the wrong way. They will clear out that B point, but you do get 3 ticks if you're OGT. You do get a foot on the A. You got 5 seconds left to make something happen. Gonna have to deal with Silence, looking from that cutout point, just moving too fast. OGT still able to get some capture progress going, but Cleveland know exactly where they need to look, exactly where they need to be. St. Nicholas goes down. Taylor MC, the last player left, and that's it. Cleveland will win the defense, but OGT, not a bad performance. They get 3 ticks, which is about what you expect from an attacking team.
Yeah, they took they took him down to lives, except for I think the end they just started, funneling for the site because that time was starting to tick against him. So, I don't know where the lives ended at on that round, but like you said, good round right there for OGT. The defense is favorable on control, like we've seen, but for them to get at least, I think they got 4 ticks there. For them to get at least 4 ticks is pretty good. Now we got to see the Cleveland Misfires, how they're going to respond. The Cleveland Misfires going to just straight take this offense, but OGT, they need to hold a good defense here.
Yeah, it's going to really come down to how well OGT does on this defense here. Looking like they're going to that A side of the map, but have a player at B just in case. Cleveland looks like they want to make a play for B over here. They got 3 players creeping up that outer side of the map. St. Nicholas will be there to meet them, but St. Nicholas job and go down. You got Taylor MC getting some kills, almost getting a 3-piece, but Silence able to keep the stack alive.
Yeah, man, one-man army. Silence about to try to get this B site by himself as he get 1 segment progress, but St. Nicholas finds him, takes him down. So he's back to his spawn. Clears the rest of his teammates off the spawn, pushes in the middle of the map. Look at they're trying to go towards, keep trying to push his A, but now we got Bunks on this A site, stopping the time at 1:03. Bunks is gonna try to be a long ranger, trying to take this A site by himself, but Taylor Mick sees him, takes him down. Good defense so far. We're down to the minute mark in this round. OGT was tied in lives. Now they're up by 1, and Cleveland Misfires have 1 guy on this B site.
Cleveland Misfires, 1 guy in the B side. Looks like 2 players now, but they have a pinch coming in from OGT they'll have to deal with. A kill on the Blakey is going to be so important here, as you still have Bunks on the point. If you get this player off, that's going to be great for your B control there. But Cleveland have used the opportunity to set up a little bit of a stack on A, and this could be where it all falls apart for OGT if they don't get right back into it. They're using the advantage of the map, sitting in that top level, looking through the windows to maybe cut Silence down on that A point, but you've got 2 ticks on A, you've got 2 ticks on B. Blakey is still capturing it, Blakey is getting kills. Again, if OGT is not vigilant here, it can all fall apart. They hold Cleveland back for now, but Cleveland, 3 players grouped up, looking to make a play at one point or another.
Yeah, and if you're a Cleveland, you're an OGT, you want to start trying to deprogress some of those, some of that site on that A side, just so you don't make it easy. But it's 25 seconds to go for Cleveland Misfires. They got to pick a site, and B site is the site that Silence have chosen. 2 other players have chosen A, so this is going to be tough for OGT. If they don't get A, has now been secured. They got to take down Silence, the one-man army, and he finds one, looking for a second. He finds the second, and he gets that B site secured as he goes on a 5 streak.
Man, Silence is just so crazy this series. I mean, I don't know if he's playing like this week after week or if this is just an insane night for him. But man, it's just like every time we go to his POV, he's making the play. And it's not only just like he's getting impressive kills, he's making a play that's important for the map. He is that one player holding down the B point. He doesn't even need the rest of his team. One-man army, as you said. Really impressive work. When you have a force like that on the map, it is so hard to play against.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know the struggles of OGT when you got a guy just playing out like that. Every time you shoot him, you feel like your bullets are just not registering. He's just getting every kill on you, and you just not having a good time. But here they go on this offensive side, trying to put life in this series. If they do not win this offense, this could be it for this map, it for this series. So OGT are going to try to put their pressure, going for the all-out B push, trying to get there, but it just gets stopped by exotics and bunks, sending them back to the spawns, trying to put this pressure now towards the middle of the map, trying to get control of this top. Is Taylor MC, as he's trying to, now he's knowing that spawn is on. We saw this earlier, the offensive team working a little spawn trap. That's what Taylor Mick is trying to do now, but he needs his team to try to pick up a couple of kills so they can start working towards it.
They're trying to pick up a couple of kills. Cleveland has the early advantage in the life count. OGT not able to get a tick just yet. They've got a lot of work to do to come back in this map and come back in the series. You see them in that P4 area trying to make a play for A. They've only got 25 seconds left to work with on the clock. You gotta stop it, but the Hellstorms are coming in. The kills are coming in. OGT is back in their spawn. You have 3 in mix, but he gets cut down. Lickety split. OGT, they need to make a play here. They have 1 solid push left. 3 players in their center of the map. They spot that player in cutout, but 2 of their players go down. 3 of their players go down. It's up to Mix to at least stop the clock, but he gets cut down, and that's it. That's GG's. Cleveland Misfires, a dominant 3-0 in the series, will take this win against an evenly matched team in the series record for the season. And, I mean, come out looking very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, this team right here, like, really... I mean, this team right here look dominant. Let's just call it how we see it. I mean, this team right here just look really good, like very dominant today. I mean, they